Everyone, I am Soumitra Tiwari, working as an assistant professor in the Department of Food Processing and Technology, Atal Bihari Vajpayee Vishwavidyalaya, Chhattisgarh. Today's topic is that what is the scope in the field of food processing and technology. Now, most of the learners are curious to know the scope of the food industry because they are watching TV, newspaper, all those media says that government started new mega food parks and various initiatives are taken by the industries and the government in this sector. So, what most of the students comes to me and ask that question vigorously. I have a few questions to all of you. First, as per the Annual Survey of Industries ASI survey in 2010, food processing industries generated highest employment among all industries. These sectors giving employment to almost 17 lakh people. Currently, food processing accounts for almost 1/3 of the total food market in the world in India. The food processing industry is valued at $258 billion and is the fifth largest industry domestically in terms of production, consumption, export, expected growth in the country. It contributes to around 14% of manufacturing gross domestic products as we call as GDP and 13% of India's total food exports. 13% of India's total food exports. According to a 2017 latest report by the ASSOCHAM Chamber of Commerce and Industry of India, that is also called ASSOCHAM, the country's food processing industry is expected to reach $482 billion by 2020. It almost increased 10 times, driving by growth in organized retailer, changing consumer behavior and increasing consumerism in the Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. 12th five-year plan, that is 2012-2017, want to create more than 50 million jobs in that sector. Out of that, food processing sector is to create 1 million jobs. Now the 5-year plan shifted to 2017 to 2022 in Niti Aayog, in new government. India is the second largest food producer in the world after China. Having successfully attained self-sufficient in food, India benefits from marginal surplus in production and is among the leading global producer of fruits and vegetables, milk, cereals and wheat. So that one question is always arising that why the food processing sector have a strong scope. The key factor of the nurture of food processing is first available land, because India have a huge land. Second, climate. Third is a food processor. As we discussed, India competitive edge in a food processing. As we know that India have a huge land, cultivated land around 52% compared to 11% of total world average. India have a large arable land. Arable land means they have a strong potential to grow, reach the product, grow the plants and agriculture crops. It is around world's second largest arable land. India having 46 soil types of 1660 total soil types exist in India, which is important for the growing various type of crops. And we can come to the climate. India having a 20 agroclimatical region Agroclimatical conditions refers to soil type, rainfall, temperature and water availability that influence the type of vegetation and cultivation practices. And we can say India having a 15 major climates of 26 major climates in the world. India having a ideal sunrise hours, as we know that it was around 7 to 8 hours, and day length for around the year cultivation. India have a strong scope of food producers. India have a 35,000 of food producers, food doing a job in the food sector. India having also has a largest livestock population, around 512 million livestock population. It contributes 17% of global share of milk, largest producer of milk in the world. One of the top 5 producers worldwide of rice, wheat, groundnut, tea, coffee, tobacco, spices, sugar and oilseeds. World's second largest producer of fisheries, fruits and vegetables and cereals. India having a 282.5 million tons fruits and vegetable estimated in 2015 and 16. Then we can come to the scope, or we can say the potential in that sector. The basic amenities needed to grow any industry are investment in terms of money in basic infrastructure, raw material, geographical condition, regulation, etc. We can first discuss the investment point of view. The investor prospects are essential or vital key role of development of any sector. Why? Investors willing to invest in this sector due to huge agriculture production, as we have already discussed earlier. The India is the second largest producer of agriculture commodity in the world. The abundant agriculture raw material is the primary source of food processing. Some significant figures are as discussed with the global status. Status of major crop, we can discuss. India stands first rank in the production of milk, buffalo milk, all that things. As we comes first with the milk, we can say as the dairy sector, it almost processed around 30% of the milk produced in the country. India in last year 2017 and 18, India produced 176.3 million ton milk. The milk sector must grow annually by an average 6%, which is a greater than the agriculture sector. It is a higher than the expected growth also. It will be reached 9% in 2022 according to NDDB. NDDB's full form is that National Dairy Development Board. It is situated in Anand, Gujarat. Second comes to the banana. India leads the world in a banana production with an annual output of about 14.2 million tons. As we saw in picture, there are good quality product produces in Kerala and coastal area of that country. Guava. Guava is the fourth most widely grown fruit crop in India, around 3.4 million ton, produced in 2015 and 16. Papaya, 3 million tons, produced in a consequent year, which is almost 50% of total world production. Mango. As we know though, mango is the king of the all fruits. Total exports of mango from India is a 59.22 thousand ton, valuing rupees 162.92 crore during 2010-11. It contribute 40.48% of the total world production of mango. Buffalo meat. India accounts for about 43% of world buffalo meat production. In that, Uttar Pradesh producing the most, followed by Andhra Pradesh and Maharashtra. India is also second largest poultry, egg, chicken producer, goat, pig, buffalo, it we can show in the picture the total meat we produce 59.48%. In most of that meat produced by the Uttar Pradesh accounting of 11.37%, Andhra Pradesh 9.06%. The highest quality buffalo meat is known as a Padwa in India. It's taken from a buffalo younger than 24 months, and we are the second largest producer of paddy wheat. As we know, rice is one of the chief grain of India. Moreover, this country has the largest area under rice cultivation, as it is one of the principal food crop. It is in effect the dominant crop of the country. The total paddy, or we can say rice production in India, stand at 104.32 million tons for the year 2015 and 16. We are a highest export in the basmati rice. As a wheat, Uttar Pradesh is the largest wheat producing state of India, accounting for over 36% of production and 36% of the wheat area of the country. The country has exported 2,26,225 million ton of wheat to the world for the worth of 424 crore rupees. We can also say that 60 million US dollar during the year 2018-9. As we saw that picture, it will in terms of wheat production we can produce it in the last consecutive year around 256 million ton. Tea. The Indian tea industry is a 172 years old industry. India is one of the world's largest consumer of tea. It is also a second largest producer of tea in the world after China. According to recent report by the Tea Board of India, the Indian tea production has reached a record high of 1,325 million kilogram in the financial year 2018. The exports have a yield revenue of 785.92 US dollar from tea export during financial year 2017 and 18. Potato, last year 2018, the potato production is 48.5 million ton according to Department of Agriculture, Government of India. Sugarcane, India stands first in area, 3.93 million hectare, and production 167 million ton among the sugarcane growing countries of the world. The Uttar Pradesh has the largest area, almost 50% of the cane area in country, followed by Maharashtra, Karnataka, etc. Ginger, India is the second largest producer of ginger, accounting 385 million tons produced annually, according to Agriculture Processing Export Development Authority, APEDA. Onion, we can say that Alum cepa is the extremely important vegetable crop, not only for internal consumption but also as the highest foreign exchange earner among the fruits and vegetables. It occupies an area of 1,064,000 hectare with production of 15,118 tons. The export of onion during 2011-12 was 13,909,863 ton with a value of 1,722 crore rupees. Onion is also important for a political point of view because the rise and hike of price in onion is harmful for the government also. There are lots of products have huge production at world level such as green, pea, pumpkin, gourd, etc. Spices. Spices were among the most demanded and expensive product available in Europe in the Middle Age. The most common being black pepper, cinnamon, etc. The Dutch, Portuguese and English merchant came India for the spices. After that they become administrator in a Indian subcontinent. A spice is a seed, fruit, root, bark or other plant substance primarily used for a flavoring, coloring or a preservative food. Spices are distinguished from herb, which are the leaves, flower or stem of plants used for a flavoring or as a garnish. India is the largest producer, consumer and exporter of spices and spice products in the world and produces more than 50 spices. India is also a big exporter of chili, turmeric, cumin, pepper and many other spices. The country also imports various spices to meet its local requirement of taste. As Indian dishes are incomplete without adding a variety of spices to them. Andhra Pradesh is the largest spice producing state in India. India is the top 5 producer in the world are coffee, tobacco, oil seeds. India is the largest producer of the various agricultural commodity but not in the top 5 agriculture exporter in the world due to numerous obstacles we will discuss later. The other key driver of growth in a food processing is that first consumer spending on a food. The Indian food and grocery market is the world's 6th largest retail, contributing to 70% of the total sale. On an average, Indians spend 31% of their total earning on a food and grocery. In contrast, consumer in the US spend only 9%, while in Brazil and China, the expenditure on food is 17% and 25% respectively. Change in consumer taste and preference. Now, we can always see in around our home and other places they are always seeking to a ready to eat product. With growing awareness, better health conscious, need for convenience and improving lifestyle, the share of processed food is gradually and steadily increasing on consumer plates across the world. In India, this change is bolstered by rising per capita income. A large young population, around 60% people in India less than 35 years of age, deeper retail penetration and growing number of nuclear families. India's demand for processed food is therefore expected to increase to about 8.5% by the end of 2017. Third point is that growth in food exports. There is rise in the demand for Indian processed food in the international market in addition to changing consumer taste in foreign markets. Approximately 30 crore 84 lakh peoples of Indian origin live abroad, according to Ministry of External Affairs, India. According to government estimates, Indian exports of processed food and related item rose at a account annual growth rate. We can also say that CAGR, compounded annual growth rate of around 11.74% during 2011-16, reaching up to $16.2 billion. The India's increased integration with the global economy and proximity to an important foreign market such as Middle Eastern country and African. The country's food processing industry is also witnessing greater export potential. Availability of cheap workforce. As we know that India have a huge population, and in terms of second in after China, India has a relatively cheaper workforce that can be effectively utilized to set up a low production base for the domestic and export market. Production cost in the India are lower by about 40% in comparison to most of developed and developing countries, so that the investor and industrialists want to set up their industry in India. Government support. Without government support, no any other industry will survive. The government of India recognized that the need of encouraging India's food processing sector, giving the country's immense potential. Accordingly, the Indian government has allocated nearly $1 billion under the 12th five-year plan, that is the 2012 to 2017. Now it is come under the Niti Aayog to implement various schemes for the promotion and development of the food processing sector. Under this scheme, financial assistance in the form of grant in aid is provided to entrepreneur and a state government agency for the implementation of projects like mega food park, cold chain management, research and development, quality assurance and skill development. Some schemes and policies aim to make the sector more competitive and market oriented. The foreign direct investment, we can also say that FDI policy, the government has permitted 100% FDI for trading through e-commerce, manufacturing of food products through automatic route. Further, FDI is also allowed to a multi-brand food retail just like Walmart, and India is looking to a double food processing level to 20%. According to the Department of Industrial Policies and Promotion, we can say DIPP. The food processing industry has received around $7.47 million of FDI in the April 2002 to December 2016. Fiscal benefits. The government offers several fiscal incentives to small and medium enterprises for setting up food processing facilities. Some of these incentives include capital subsidies, tax rebates, reduced customs and excise duties. Now it will convert to a GST. Additionally, the government has constituted a fund of 312 million US dollar, or we can say that 2000 crore Indian rupees with the National Bank of Agriculture and Rural Development, it can call NABARD, to provide concessional loans to a mega food parks and unit established in therein. Increased focus on infrastructure. The government has established 60 fully equipped agri export zone AEZs in addition to 42 mega food parks and 128 cold chains to boost agriculture and food processing exports. Under the 2016 and 17 union budget, the federal government allotted $19 million for developing mega food processing parks. Moreover, in the November 2016, the Food Safety and Standard Authority of India FSSAI launched a major scheme to upgrade food testing laboratories in India. Revamped National Mission on Food Processing, the government is taking a step to launch a new scheme for the scheme of agro-marine processing and development of agro-processing cluster by 2019-20. We can also call it Sampada. The overall mission will involve the launch of 3 separate schemes: creation and expansion of food processing and preservation capacities, new agro-processing cluster and establishing backward and forward linkage. Sampada will have an outlay of rupees 6,000 crore. It is only for the marine or inland fisheries production. Thank you.